want to welcome you to 33. This series will speak directly into your life as a man and has the potential to grow you and redefine every dimension of your masculinity. It's part of Authentic Manhood, a bold movement that leads men to live the life of truth, passion, and purpose that we were created to live. This series takes you back to God's original design for men and catapults you forward into the life that God created for you and equips you to fight for and excel in the areas that matter most. Well, I'm John Bryson, and I'm here with my good friends and co-presenters, Brian Carter and Tierce Green, and we're excited to be a part of this process with you guys.
Yeah, man, I like what you said. It takes us back, to look at how God designed us, and it's going to catapult us forward.
Absolutely.
That's pretty awesome.
And is there anything this world needs more than a bold movement of men to step up and be men in all these areas that matter most?
Without a doubt. I mean, when you look across our own lives and we look across men and friends, we can see that there's a deficit there. There's a shortage there. And there's a great need for men to rise up and be the men they've been called to be. In my own life, through my own journey through this material, it's made me a better man. It gave me clarity on what I needed to deal with. It helped me to work and process through my own father womb and mother womb. It gave me what I needed to stand on a firm ground to really be God's man.
Yeah, no doubt.
For me, it clarified manhood. I didn't have that clarity. I mean, it was just confusion for me. I was just kind of guessing and what it means to be a man, guessing wrong, making a lot of mistakes. The thing you just said about a bold movement, what we're doing has got to transcend the room. It can't just be contained here, and isn't it great to be part of that kind of movement?
No doubt. I'm excited about how this material has been kind of reconfigured and added to and shaped and morphed into an experience, I think, that's really going to radically transform men's lives. I just think it's going to be a very powerful experience for the guys that go through this.
Every man needs the right information. He needs training, and that's what I'm excited about this particular curriculum, is that this will give a man the training he needs to unleash the potential that's in him, but it has to be processed, it has to be guided, it has to be directed. And so it's going to be a great journey together.
But this is so much information. We can't do this, solo. We're going to do this as a team. I'm excited to hear from John, and excited to hear from you, and all the other, the interviews we're going to do, but this is a team effort. And everybody who's doing this with us needs to realize that the best way to do this is with a team. They need to find some teammates to be able to process it, someone who can hold them accountable.
Yeah, some guys are going to do this in a group, small group, medium group, big group, and regardless of how they kind of come across this information, it is crucial, and to really get the best experience, men are going to need to recruit some teammates, and that's not something most men normally do, is really kind of invite another guy into their life to discuss things of substance. But I think we're all in agreement that, man, to really process this with some other men, it will really take this material to its highest heights and what it can do in a guy's life.
I mean, life is a team sport. I mean, if you look at each of us, we each have different backgrounds, have our own stories, different seasons, but it's that kind of life, shared life experience that helps a man to really wrestle through and make it through the seasons and situations and successes that we all go through in all of our lives.
Yeah, and then I'm pumped about the training guide. There's just way more that we need to be able to deal with and expose guys to than we can ever cover in a session. And so the fact that thing is chock full of great resources and interviews and articles, and it sends you to other places to get great information on whatever topic we're dealing with.
And then you got to think about all of the content and the training they're going to get. I mean, we'll start out kind of wrestling with the current realities, the state of manhood. What are those current issues that every man's facing? Pain and sometimes disappointment in life, the responsibilities. And then we'll move from there to kind of go back to Genesis and try to unpack what is those original designs that God has already placed on our lives.
And that is so powerful, because there's just, where else can you go to find out what it means to be a man? You know what I'm saying? And to go to God's original design and get that mandate of create and cultivate, and then we build a manhood definition.
And our definition is not just, we're just not going to pull that out of the air. We're going to look at our model and the 33 years that Jesus lived on this earth. He is our model, and we're going to grab our definition from his life.
We also talk about the faces, that multifaceted nature of masculinity.
Yeah,
man,
the
king
total
face.
package.
Yeah, absolutely. Warrior face, lover face, friend face, and what it means to kind of wield each of those like a sword, is a fun journey.
And then wrap it all up with the seasons of a man's life. That each man has specific seasons in his 20s and his 30s, 40s, and beyond. How does he navigate through those unique
life's
seasons?
not just life; it's back to back to back to back to back seasons of life.
And how you transition between those seasons.
Yes, which is often the most difficult part, making it through the transitions in life.
Man, just looking at some of those current realities and the issues in almost every man's life, that's going to be helpful for all of us.
I hope so. I hope that in this first session, as we work through the state of manhood, that men will walk away being able to identify that, okay, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one that's dealing with pain. I'm not the only one that's dealing with responsibilities. I'm not the only one that didn't have a clear definition of what it means to be a man. So our hope is that as we go through this first season and keep going, that men will identify where we are, but also get the help they need to rise up and be the man they've always been designed and desire to be.
That's awesome.
Sounds great. Can't wait to hear what you have to say.
All right.